What's up, everyone? It's Greg with Cincinnati Reds Daily. The Reds made a big announcement today. The entire coaching staff, including hitting coach Chris Valaika, will return for the 2026 season. On the surface, you may think it sounds like a good thing. Maybe some of you don't think it sounds like a good thing. If you dig deeper, this decision raises some serious concerns about where this team is headed offensively. Cincinnati's offense was near the bottom half of the league in almost every important category in the 2025 season. Power disappeared, players regressed, and the team's approach at the plate felt completely out of touch with modern baseball. Yet instead of addressing that, the Reds decided to run it back. Valaika, who's brought in by Terry Francona, is clearly one of his guys. It would have been surprising to see Francona part ways with him after just one season, but that doesn't make this the right call. He oversees hitting strategy not just with the major league team, but the entire organization. But through the entire organization, we built that process. Chris Valaika told Charlie Goldsmith, "We're building the same versions of those in the minor leagues, so we're speaking the same language and we're looking at things the same way." In theory, yeah, sure, that sounds fine, but the results speak for themselves. They play in one of the most hitter-friendly ballparks in Major League Baseball, yet they're ranked 23rd in home runs per game. They're ranked 22nd in slugging. They're ranked 26th in extra base hit percentage. Their approach: make more contact, bunt more, strike out less. But the strikeouts didn't even go down. So what are we doing here? Again, the Reds, Chris Valaika came in and he decided the Reds were going to strike out less. They were going to make contact more. Well, guess what? They hit for less power. They still struck out the same amount. Nothing changed. Remember when Noelvi Marte earlier in the season hit a 117-mile-per-hour rocket and Terry Francona shrugged it off after the game? He said, "Okay," Francona said, "we got one run. That's fine." That mindset tells you everything you need to know. In today's game, hitting the ball hard is the point. That's how you create more offense. It's how you create more hits. It's how you create more extra base hits. It's how you create more home runs. Hitting the ball hard is important. Brushing it off like it's just another hit is silly. But again, that's what this staff does. Or how about this? Late August, the Reds were down 2-1 against the Dodgers. I'm sure a lot of you remember this. Matt McClain and Spencer Steer both singled to start the inning. Then Marte, who was the Reds' hottest hitter at the time, tries to bunt on the first pitch, pops it up, double play, rally, over. Francona said Marte bunted on his own. But the fact that Marte even had bunting on his mind, in his head in that spot, shows you what's being taught and what's being preached over and over and over again. Marte should never even thought about a bunt in that situation, as he was the hottest hitter on the team at the time. Go for multiple runs, don't play for one run. But again, that's what's being preached. Then you go a month later, top prospect Sal Stewart in his very first MLB game. Sal Stewart singled over the shortstop's head in his first at bat in Major League Baseball. Really cool, right? After the game, Terry Francona could not help himself but to make sure he missed a sign, to make sure he told the media that Stewart was a little amped up and he missed a sign to move the runner over. Listen, the Reds called Sal Stewart up to hit. He was the Reds' number one prospect. And the message he gets in his debut: move the runner up on his first ever Major League at bat. What are we doing? Then there's Elly De La Cruz. From June 1st to September 14th, he hit just one home run. Before the season, he switched from a big leg kick to a toe tap to cut down on strikeouts. But midway through the year, he went back, or late in the year, he went back to the leg kick and immediately looked more like himself. Here's what Chris Valaika said: "We're trying to get him to be a little bit more aggressive. The leg kick makes him a little bit more intentful and dynamic, so he's on the tack rather than trying to see before he goes." He even admitted that his passive approach wasn't working. Elly's OPS dropped from 809 last season to 777 this season. Fewer doubles, fewer triples, fewer home runs, and fewer stolen bases. But again, that's not a coincidence. It's what the staff is preaching. The Reds told Elly to go away from his big leg kick because they wanted him to hit the ball more and play and focus on the contact game and not worry about power. What happened when Elly De La Cruz's power went away? He stopped hitting. But that was a choice the Reds made. The Reds' current approach is antiquated. Talent alone can't make up for the philosophy. And yes, the Reds have gone through plenty of hitting coaches over the years. But this is a quote. This is a quote that I think means a lot. Stability for stability's sake is not progress. If Cincinnati really wants to contend, not just make the playoffs, they need a modern, data driven approach. And right now, they're heading in the opposite direction. Again, I'm not here to hate. I feel like I'm one of the more positive Reds fans over the years. But it's absolutely crazy that they're just going to try to run it back and hope it goes better. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you're here. Appreciate you watching. I just hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you all of you who watch. What do you think? Did the Reds make a mistake bringing back Chris Valaika? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Throw a like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. And we appreciate you being here. Thanks for always. And as always, we'll leave you with this. Go Reds. We'll see you next time.